Kinnawa, the African Thunder,
is in the house.
Hello and welcome back to another broadcast of ThunderNewsHD right here on The Milk Drop. Look, we are here with another talented artist. Now look, this artist came all the way from Texas, y'all. And I don't know, I'm feeling the J. Cole feels. But I'm going to let him tell us a little bit about himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Booga Bradshaw. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well. Appreciate you coming on the show.
I appreciate you having me.
Indeed, man.
Thank you.
So now let me ask you a few questions. First of all, Booga Bradshaw.
Yes.
How did you come up with that name and, you do music?
Right.
What type of music is this?
It's the type of music I do is hip hop, of course. So the name, it's a childhood nickname. It's no, long backstory behind it, where I fell out of a tree or something like that happened and came up with the name. My aunties and them just called me that. To this day, I ask them, where the name came from, and they haven't given me a specific answer, for me to give to somebody. So maybe they trying to, protect me from being embarrassed or whatever. But that's how it came about. And I actually used to go by the name GQ.
Okay.
But when I started getting a little deeper into the game and was trying to own my name and my brand and things like that, I figured I had to change my name because that name was, there were so many people going by GQ or wanted to hold that title or whatever to be fresh or whatever it was. So I was like, something unique, I'm pretty sure nobody else in the world goes by Booga Bradshaw. So that's how it came about, man.
I like it. So how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music seriously, man, for about 10 years. Just grinding it, man, for about that long.
What made you go into music?
What happened was I was actually in college playing ball. I was playing basketball at Lubbock Christian University back home. And me and my homies, we would get home from class and, go make beats and we'd do a freestyle, and make a video of it. And the homies was like, bro, like you kind of, you kind of good with the wordplay. So I actually ended up not finishing school, but finishing playing ball and things like that. So I needed something else to do, man. And I was like, dang, like I can't hoop no more. And that was the passion, that was the love that I had to spread my message, basically. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this is how I'm gonna make it out with the hooping, with ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show the younger generation, anybody that looks up to me, anything you do, you can do it. Any circumstance you come from, whatever, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And so since I didn't have that anymore, I was like, maybe I can transition to music, and still be able to spread that message and serve that purpose through music. So that's how I became. I wanted to become more serious with it, so I studied the game a little bit, started perfecting the craft, and here I am, sitting with you.
Nice, man. Well, look, and we're happy to have you as well.
Yeah.
So now, also, you're, like we said, you are from Texas.
Right.
And we're in Atlanta.
Born and raised, yeah.
So tell us a little something about that. How did you get your reach to get all the way out here?
Just, man, being persistent and grinding, that's all it is. I was just reaching out to people, trying to get songs out and, getting people to listen to my music and things like that. And it just, the snowball effect, it rolled over to somebody else who heard it and somebody else who heard it. It ended up on my latest single now, the opposite of a diss song. It actually ended up on Track Bully's radio station out here in Atlanta, and was doing crazy numbers. So the lady out there, Tampa Mystic, shout out Tampa Mystic, she invited me out for an interview yesterday. Wow. So we was out there talking about how that happened and how the song was doing so well. Especially nowadays with the algorithm and things like that with technology. Me being an independent artist, and so just grinding, man, and just taking advantage of even the slightest opportunity that I think. And here I am out in Atlanta.
Wow,
yeah.
That's crazy. Look, ladies and gentlemen, he is what we said, based out of Texas, and has a span all the way out here in Atlanta. We've heard about him from Chattanooga. You've been doing work also with several artists and whatnot as well. So tell us a little something about that. KB.
Yeah. That's the homie, man. Shout out KB Brown out in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's one of the first artists I linked up with out here before I even came out here. Some other artists. I've worked with some producers and things like that out here too that I've met through KB Kobe or any other connections that I've had. And then I got a bunch of more collabs with people from back home, like, you know, the homie Big Country Ted, homie Vaughn. You know, I'm working with a lot of people. So, but out here specifically in this area, KB Brown, man, and I there's a lot of other people that I want to work with. I'm not gonna say no names, but if y'all see this, man, reach out. I'm easy to find. I'm easy to work with, man. It's all business. As long as you got that taken care of, we can do it.
Let's do it. That's
yeah.
what's up, man.
Yeah.
So now, what's the next big thing? What's the next big project? Any inside scoop about the next
you know what,
releases?
man? Since you the homie, you know, you fam. So if I did have something ready, I'd tell you. I let it loose right here. But high key, what I'm doing right now is I'm just pushing this single because it was honestly this single that I'm pushing right now. It was a little freestyle, but I didn't expect it to be doing what it's doing now. So I'm having to backtrack everything that I was thinking of doing in the future and just letting this, you know, ride as long as I can. And what I like to do is I don't like to put pressure on myself as far as like, all right, I gotta have a mixtape done by this date or album done by this date. I like to just go into the studio and record songs and just build my catalog. And then when I figure I have like enough songs for at least 2 or 3 projects, I can sit down and be like, okay, this song goes with this. So this song give me this type of vibe. So now let's think about putting a project together, opposed to having a project in mind before you have the music. Exactly. I kind of do it in the opposite direction. I get the music ready first, and then I go back and listen to it all, see what fits with what song fits with what, and then come up with a project. That's how I like it.
It makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that. So now, and what's so interesting is that I don't know. Listening to that, I feel that more people should do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's whatever. But hey, now also looking at these things, I mean, the single.
Yeah.
What is the single that you are pushing right now?
The single that I'm pushing right now is the opposite of a diss song, Toads shortened. It was basically, man, I got the idea to do that song, me and my producer, EFG Beats, back home. He had just telling me, man, you gotta be more consistent. There's a lot of people out here doing things and this and that. So what I had noticed in the time that I started doing the song, there was a lot of diss songs out, or a lot of just people having beef in the industry in general. So I was like, man, I'm not feeling that. You know, I love the competitiveness and things like that. But as far as like taking the time out of your day to just speak on somebody else that you probably never even seen a day in their life or anything like that, it just wasn't my thing. So I was like, man, how can I switch this up and still, you know, make an impact, have an impact? So I was like, I'm gonna do the opposite of it. So I'm gonna just brag about myself. You know, I'm gonna be real, you know, flamboyant and things like that. Just talk about myself. Let these rappers know it's not about what y'all aren't doing. It's about what I am doing that make me, you know, above you guys. I don't gotta diss you. I don't gotta name drop. I don't gotta do nothing. I just gotta let you know what I've done and what I'm doing. And that's what I feel like would be more impactful to my fans and the people who support me. Nice. So that's how that came about. And now we're pushing it out here in Atlanta, man. I'm trying to go everywhere with it.
Nice,
so,
nice.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's a very positive approach, and something that I think more people should definitely do. So now with that, I mean, so you're seeing success with it.
Yes.
You're definitely seeing you're out here pushing it.
Right.
I mean, what's the next stop? I mean, where are you trying to go with this?
Man, honestly, right now I don't have anything set up, but I'm speaking into an existence. I'm trying to get to. I really want to go to the Carolinas, man, and push this. I'm trying to get to like maybe Florida, push it. I'm really trying to take over the South, man, because that's where my heart is. And it's really, the song isn't really in my pocket as far as like something I would go into the studio and make a song like this every time. It just happened to be something that came out, you know, the way I was feeling. But I feel like the style of music that I make, my pocket is the South. So I'm trying to just pick up as much traction as I can down here and then go from there. So
tell us about also, even with that, I mean, your style of music,
Right.
influences. Who influenced you?
Like you mentioned earlier, man, J. Cole is a huge influence of mine. Huge. I'm a real hip hop head, so like when I first came into the game, like Wale, and still is to this day, he was like the guy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, wordplay. Wiz, I really liked Wiz, and his grind. You know, the way he changed the game that was really what attracted me to him. So like Wale, I have to say Wiz, Spitta for sure. He's one of my favorite guys to listen to like nonstop. And then with Spitta, his business side of it. Yeah. That's another reason I'm a huge fan of his also. And then something that probably throw everybody off is this recently. it's probably been she's been a huge motivator of mine, and I didn't even notice until I'd seen the movie for the millionth time. I have to say Selena. From being back home, back from Texas and things like that, just seeing how her whole camp and things like that changed the game as far as Latino music or that style of music and things like that, and then how they came and brought it to America, had people wanting it in English now, they wanted it in this, so it was that's the style, that's the type of impact on the industry that I want to have. I want everybody to be able to enjoy my music, no matter what color skin you are, no matter what language you speak. It's worldwide. That's what we're trying to do.
I understand. A universal approach.
Yeah.
I like that. And it's definitely a versatile group of people that you look up to.
Right.
And like I said, when I'm listening to your music, I definitely heard the J. Cole, but also I was like, it's unique. I was like, I don't know where else this is coming from, but I was like, I like it. So, I'm feeling that. Okay. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more music. Yeah. And, of course, hopefully, seeing some more visuals as well.
Oh, yeah.
For the Milk Drop exclusives,
oh, yeah. Got it. Yeah,
okay.
I got y'all.
So, what advice do you have for those people who are out there, possibly looking for a music career or maybe come from a place that they don't know if they can make it out?
Right. Man, the only advice I would give is be persistent, patient, and just know what you're doing it for. Getting in it and just not just getting in it for the popularity or because you bored or whatever, you're gonna end up disappointed if it doesn't end the way you expected. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to want to die for it, basically. You gotta be that serious about it. So that's the best advice I could give you. Know what you're doing it for, finding your lane, you know what I'm saying, being patient and being persistent. That's it. Consistent too.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. Well, is there anything else that you want to share with the people to let them know about you, how they can get in contact with you, music?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep it short and simple, man. You can follow me everywhere online at Booga Bradshaw, Booga Bradshaw. You can Google it. I'm on Spotify, YouTube, all of that. Email me if you want to, or you can go to my website, man. It's a one-stop shop, boogabradshaw.com, real simple, and you can find me there. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, look, we're definitely looking forward to seeing more of your music, and
Absolutely.
look. You all might want to go check it out. Not even might. You all need to go check it out. All streaming platforms, all musical platforms. Yeah. We came all the way to Atlanta to interview him. So look, we are definitely behind it. Yeah. We love your music. Continue to produce. Let us know more music when it comes out. And of course, you continue to tune in. Yeah. And of course, check it out. Booga Bradshaw. Yeah. The name is right here, y'all. Yeah. So keep it locked right here. We got more coming up only on the Milk
And
Drop.
Before we leave, if you don't mind, before you leave, I got a couple shout outs.
Yeah.
Shout out everybody back home, man. 806 Lubbock, Texas. Shout out my daughter, man. All praise to the Most High. Shout out Pimp C for everything he did, man.
Nice.
And all of that for just the motivation.
I respect that. Okay, look. I respect that. And not even just the random shout outs. You gave some real shout outs. I like it. Anything else you want to share?
That's it, man.
Cool.
Appreciate y'all having me. Shout out Atlanta. Shout out Chattanooga. The Milk Drop. That's family. Love y'all, man.
Much love. Yeah. Keep it locked right here, only on the Milk Drop.
Yeah, so if you need that work, I got that work. I got the hooks for cheap, so you might as well go on and cop the verse. Nah, cause you boys ain't trying to maximize. I own my masters and master myself, mastermind. Yeah, so it's only right I shout out EFG. For the beat, you pussy boys can't even afford the lease. Just like